This is Paranormal Skeptic Academy, using critical thinking and scientific evidence to analyze your favorite ghost hunting shows. You'll never view them the same again. You have been warned. Faversham is known for its picturesque market square and traditional brewery, but some say it hides a much darker side. Residents report supernatural malevolent spirits, dark forces, and witchcraft. In this first episode, Acorah and the team visit the Shipwright Arms pub, where a story abounds that the captain of an old Dutch barge froze to death in a sickly state at the pub door. This is Paranormal Skeptic Academy. Ladies and gentlemen, I have stumbled upon a treasure trove of paranormal reality shows on Amazon Prime, and boy, are they terribly awesome. Some are low budget, and others are a little dated, but I will never run out of material for this show, which is both good and bad. I would love it if these shows just disappeared and people accepted ghosts for what they are, nothing. However, from what I found, it doesn't appear these shows are going anywhere anytime soon. Which brings us to this gem by none other than proven fraud, Acorah. My friends over in the UK are probably familiar with this chump. If you are not, I did a member-only episode way back in April of 2016 of Most Haunted Bodmin Gul, where one Kieran O'Keefe set up Derek with a fake name of a ghost, and Derek bought it hook, line, and sinker. I call Derek a fraud in that, yes, all psychics are fraud, but Derek is special, and that he was caught on video. How was he caught? Well, let me explain it to you. Here's how it went down. During an early filming, Kieran O'Keefe was suspicious of Derek's abilities, so he devised a test for Derek, but Derek wasn't aware he was being tested. During the filming of the Bodmin Gul episode, O'Keefe made sure Derek overheard him talking about a spirit named Creed Kafer, which is actually an anagram of Derek Faker. Very clever trick. Did Derek fall for it? Oh boy, he sure did. During the investigation, Derek became possessed by this Creed Kafer, stating that he was a South African jailer. Don't believe me? Here's the video.
Is he telling you something, Derek? Is Sam giving you a name?
Creed! Kev! Creed! Kev!
Oh, come on. Derek? Carl, come forward.
How did he know? Shocking. Now that we know Derek is a faker, what better way to celebrate this glorious man than by reviewing his own show? From 2005 to 2006, Derek hosted a show called Acorah's Ghost Towns, where he would travel to towns around England, asking residents about its haunted history and doing psychic readings. Are you as excited as I am? I hope so. Then let's get into this episode of Paranormal Skeptic Academy, Faversham. Here we go.
Tonight's ghost town is Faversham, Kent. Helping Acorah with his investigations, paranormal believer Daniela Westbrook and Angus Purdon, open-minded skeptic. Our ghost truck is the nerve center where hundreds of local people come to tell of paranormal stories and spooky sightings about their town. Acorah's Ghost Towns in Faversham will investigate ghostly goings-on at the Shipwright Arms.
This is unbelievable.
The Crouch family home.
Oh, I got something that's really sad.
A local shop.
There's a vortex. There's a vortex. I love it.
An imposing force at the brewery.
Help me, help!
And as Derek travels around Faversham, he'll stop and surprise one local resident for a late-night reading with his doorstep divination. Will this man let Derek pass on his psychic message?
You'd be wise
Your
not to.
stories, your ghosts,
You come closer to Derek.
his connection. Derek Acorah's Ghost Towns.
We have two jabronis helping out Derek. Daniela Westbrook, who is simply referred to as a paranormal believer, and we also have Angus Purdon, who is referred to as an open-minded skeptic. Now what the hell is that supposed to mean? The hell is an open-minded skeptic? Hopefully, we find out. But, boy, what a show we have in store for us. Derek is in full effect as he rips through these towns to find haunted happenings all over, and he even has a ghost truck. Derek leads local residents through his ghost truck as they tell him about malevolent spirits, dark forces, and witchcraft.
I've just moved to Faversham and within 6 weeks I've had quite a few experiences.
My daughter keeps getting woken up about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, of which we assume is an entity.
It must have been to wake up your
Got
kid.
really close and it's travelled really fast and it was dressed like an old monk.
Well, there you go, straight from the mouths of residents. So many to choose from, but Derek decides to head over to a pub called Shipwright Arms. We have reports of customers disappearing, books falling off bookshelves, and gas lamps flying across the room. What could be causing all this activity? Derek, he'll find out.
The story goes that it was an old Dutch barge. The captain was taken ill. It was Christmas Eve. He was very poorly, came banging on the door of the Shipwrights.
The bar manager at the time thought it was a punter trying to get back in the pub.
Yeah.
And the following morning, when he opened the door, the body of the old captain was lying there.
Shame.
He had been ill and frozen to death through the night.
There you go, a frozen Dutch sea captain. Typical. Derek arrives and they are sitting around a table in the dark holding hands with the employees of the pub. Derek doesn't waste any time and gets right down to business.
He's got boxes and boxes and boxes of tobacco.
Oh.
He's pulling it up. That's what he did. What is it? This is a man, a strong man. Strong, worthy man.
Big macho guy.
He's,
What's Sam? I'll Sam if you can see.
Who is he? Who is he?
Sam?
This is the man of the sea. The man of the sea.
Old man in the sea.
The ocean.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
he's resentful that
So
he
bad.
lost his life. The ship, he barely made it here.
Did he only make it this far?
Yes, yes.
Oh,
And
great
he's
question.
so angry. He comes here because,
He
go on,
wants a
Sam.
drink.
His ship went down, was down under the water, and he did not, what? He did not perish. He come out of the water.
He survived. He
He made
survived.
his way. He didn't know where he was coming.
I'm
So
getting
the
a
first
He's
thing you do
blind.
is
Could you
travel
feel
to a
anything
pub.
around
I'm
here?
getting a really
Can you
nasty smell.
Right, this is not. The fragrance of tobacco so strong. Can no one smell this?
No, Derek.
And can I tell you, there's another smell as well.
That's amazing. That's horrible.
Yeah.
Can you smell it now?
I can smell it.
Oh, Angus.
Yeah, it's permeating all around me here.
Sure it is, Derek.
Ooh, can you smell the tar? I can smell. Oh, ooh.
I think Derek just busted our...
Yes. Is that him doing that to me? Whoa.
Smell the tar.
Does he smell tar?
Yeah.
Smell tar very, very strong. You smell the
Whoa.
tar?
Yeah.
I think Derek just farted.
That was very strong.
That happens all the time,
That's all the
and it's
time.
always around this area. He seems to move between here and...
It's the original part of the building.
I can smell it again.
Yeah.
I can smell it again.
It's just.
Honda, can you smell it?
Yeah, but you see, I've got so
It's
You
so
just
strong.
smelled it.
You dealt it.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't do it.
He's
Wow, he nails it. It's not like he was told this story in the ghost truck and he used that to form his weird story of this captain. And what's up with the tobacco smell that no one else smelled? He didn't get a hit until he said it smelled like tar. The employees say that they've always smelled that. So it must have been the sea captain, or the pub just smells like tar. And what type of tar? The stuff they use on streets or tar from tobacco? By the way, the person encouraging him is Daniela, the paranormal believer. Derek invites the spirit to come forward and we get a name, Friedrich.
Frederick Symes. Is that the gent? Is this the man?
That's not a real
his
name.
name. Frederick Symes.
What, she started swinging?
Oh, yes.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, look at that.
How's that lamp doing that?
Right.
What's that,
There's a
Derek?
phenomena. It's got to be phenomena.
Oh my God.
It's got to be. No one's touched it.
It's got to be.
Come on, give it a really good swing.
That's moving, that one. Is that not moving?
That,
That's moving, the
Is that
emeralds.
moving as
That's
well?
moving as well.
So it is. Now,
Look at this, look
there's
at
no
What are the
window
odds?
or breezes,
They're all
is there?
moving.
give me your hand.
And this is where you have the activity as well, by the bookshelf as well, isn't it?
Right by the bookshelf. It's a phenomenon, a swinging lamp. No natural explanation for a swinging lamp. They stare at the swinging lamp, and then they hear a thump. Derek then notices one of the books pushed a little further out than the others that he swears was even just a little while ago. And we know Derek's word is his bond. They keep looking at the swinging lamp and marveling at the energy it takes to keep it swinging and swinging and swinging. With that, they close the investigation, and we have a positive hit with the swinging lamp. They are all amazed by this.
Wasn't quite amazing?
Stopped.
So fascinating.
Is it stopped now?
So
There you
amazing.
go.
Smug look on his
Look at
face.
that. It's just stopped.
Yeah. So's the other, was it?
Yeah, the other one stopped as well.
No, it didn't, you fools. It was still moving. Maybe if you turn on the goddamn light, you could see better. Hey, yo, skeptic, where you at, son? The employees are thrilled with the confirmation of their experiences. Now we move on to the next victim.
Janet Crouch and her daughter Jo are part of a local spiritualist circle, so are no strangers to paranormal happenings. They came to the ghost truck
Well,
to
the
tell
ghost
us
truck
about
can
the
tell
spirits
Derek
that
all
share
about
their
it.
family home.
My name is Jo, I live in Faversham,
My name is Janet.
and I believe our house is haunted.
There's several things going on
Confirmation
there.
bias.
We have a little spirit girl.
She comes back quite frequently.
There's 3 boys that live there.
Tommy is a bit mischievous and he runs up and down the stairs and he shakes step ladders if you're on a step ladder.
And their father
that's
as well
Tommy.
that's there. There's a lady in the bathroom. She's quite strict sometimes.
Doesn't like strangers very much.
If you don't shut the door or something, she's quite sharp and quite blunt.
We did have a young man asked to use our upstairs bathroom once and came down and said he was never going up there again because somebody was watching him.
Sounds like a
I'd like Acorah to come and investigate the house.
To confirm the spirits that are there and to find out more about them.
The spiritual circle? What the hell is that? No way they're biased. Okay, am I the only one noticing this? These people are telling Derek everything about their haunting. This is called a hot reading. He's going in with all the information he needs to do his reading. Let's see if Derek brings up what the mother and daughter mentioned.
What I would like to do into protectiveness, okay, is just in your mind's eye.
Okay.
Release your thoughts, any spirit energy that wishes to enter. We are in your place, so please step forward, step close.
No closer.
I've got a chest condition coming across my chest, and it's so tight and it's so hurting me.
Can't breathe.
And I've got this masculine approach, a male,
Oh, yeah.
and
Tell
it's
me
like
about
as
the
if he's
masculine male, Derek.
got this hammer, or looks like a hammer.
Masculine male's going to
and he's
pound
got
you,
this
Derek.
other tool,
Barrels.
and he's hitting it, yes, across the bands. And it's very hard work, and he was a very proud man. He had a massive heart seizure. He didn't go home.
A heart attack?
At his workplace. He went down, no warning, and that pain across the chest, unbearable.
You just be making this up
Released it
about
now.
anything.
Thank you.
A tight chest and a male with a hammer. Sounds like a fun Saturday night. He's experiencing a heart attack. Someone call 911, or whatever they call over in England. Wait, should we? Yeah, it'd be the right thing to do. Derek goes on and tells the ladies that this spirit isn't bad, but not good. He shifts gears as another spirit contacts him.
There's also someone's just very quietly, not whispered, said quite, but it was in a low pitch. My name is Alice. My name is Alice. Who are you, Alice?
Oh, I got someone who's really sad.
I don't hear anything.
Okay, tell us about it.
Yes, tell us all about it. We're dying to know.
Is it a lady?
It's a lady.
Okay.
Does she have a heart seizure as well?
Take your time.
In through your nose, out through your mouth.
She can't leave. In her life, she couldn't leave.
Mm-hmm.
She was confined here.
Yes.
She's so sad.
So sad.
What's the reason for her sadness?
They won't let her out.
She can't leave. She just
He
told
won't
you.
let her out. Inquire.
I don't know. It's her family.
Okay.
What? However, did he know that? It's like they told him during the ghost truck interview, and then the mother gets involved with the spirit contacting. I'm curious how Derek will play this. Remember, this lady and her daughter fully believe they are contacting spirits. Derek tells the mother to let the spirit go because we don't want to stress the spirit out. They hear a knock somewhere, and then the daughter says she feels spirits around her and hears whispers in her ear. Feeling a little overwhelmed, Derek tells the daughter that she's ready to call those spirits closer. But we'll save that for another day, apparently.
We thank you for your attendance. We ask for the light now to cover us all in this circle. And for those loving souls to step back, and we'll have to leave this premise and only wish you well.
Well said.
That's fine. That's okay.
Derek, I feel like I've got something crawling down my neck.
Do you?
Yeah, like a
Really?
spider or something crawling down my neck.
Hey, watch your hands, Derek.
Maybe
It's
they're...
so hot.
Your
I
heart,
was going
are
to say
you?
that to you. Your hands are
I know,
burning hot. When I first
absolutely.
held them, they were freezing.
The amount of energy that's coming is just
Yeah.
So much
enormous.
It was a hot flash, lady, okay? So we're just gonna end it there? Fine with me. The mother and daughter had the last word.
The best part of the investigation for me was confirming things that we've already felt and
confirmation
seen.
bias.
So that Derek's just confirmed what we've already felt. But his energy was so strong, and he came through with much more detail than we'd picked up
You
before.
guys aren't
so
as
that
good
was
as
good.
Derek yet. What? They're looking for evidence to confirm their beliefs? That never happens in these shows. Next, we have Derek and Daniela in the car driving around town when Derek feels a psychic pull towards a particular property. Now it's time for his doorstep divination.
Hello, I'm terribly sorry to bother you. I'm Daniela Westbrook, and this is Derek Acorah from Living TV. He's a medium, and he's chosen your house to do a reading.
Oh, lucky you.
Hang on a minute.
Okay.
Is this real? Did they really just surprise this guy?
We're driving around, and Derek finds somewhere he thinks has got great energy and would like to stop and give
Great
a reading
energy?
to, and he's chosen your house.
The best energy.
Well, I'll stay out of it, but you
Fantastic
can-
energy.
You can watch if you want. From behind the camera.
Yeah, all right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Sorry, what's your name?
Barry.
This dude's wife had the right idea. Stay the away from Derek. But the gentleman agreed to let Derek into his home. Don't ever do that, people. Just say no to psychics. In the context of the show, we are to assume this is a cold reading. Watching the interaction with the homeowners, I can believe this is a cold reading.
The first thing that I want to
Enjoy
talk to you
this
about
cold reading.
is say to you it's more so on the psychic level of daily living rather than spiritual. And it seems as if I get this very strong impression that you're entering a phase now of what we call not just home, a redirection, and it could be in your business affairs. And I know it's been
The hell does that
very
mean,
tiring.
business affairs?
It
Give me
seems like
anything.
you can't find much time for relaxation. But can I say to you, I seem to have a
Who
gentleman
does?
from the world of spirit drawing very close here to us, and a very kindred man. I believe he's an uncle of yours, according to my
Meaning
spirit
family
guide,
member.
uncle. I feel that he would have suffered not so much a stroke, but it would have been problems with the heart. There's no two ways
A
about
heart
that
seizure?
with this spirit man. And he
looks confused,
He's
like,
the
what
one
are you
that's
talking about?
putting these energy messages to me about your
Really
business
now?
affairs and your general life. But would you understand anything of what I've said to you in connection with your life, what I've said?
Alarmingly, quite a lot.
Really?
About what?
Okay. Well, thank you.
Tell
I
us
might be on the
specifics.
track then. Who's Peter?
Pumpkin eater?
Not in spirit. I'm talking about business people who you know. Peter.
There is a Peter, I know.
Yes. Can
This
I say
guy
to you,
is
please?
like,
They're
ain't
telling me
giving
here,
you
please.
nothing,
Peter has
Derek.
got unbelievable news for you in the coming couple of days, okay?
Right.
Watch for the telephone connection.
Okay.
And you'll be pleased, and you'll be going, my God, what was said the other night? Okay, it's only about a couple of days, okay?
Yeah, all right.
Don't have to wait too long.
Yes, yes. I also want to say, are you aware of the lovely woman, please, who's linked to you strongly, who suffered where there was a great deal of body weight loss?
Well, somebody, yes.
Yeah.
Well, she's showing this motherly love here in this atmosphere. I feel it's
He's
because
no, you're
it
completely
seems
full
as
of
if
shit.
you've had the world on your shoulders. This is why this group of souls are coming here. The world on your shoulders. You've had to battle it solitary, and it's like you saying, "I've got the world," you know, not
Who
against
doesn't
me,
feel
but
like that from time to time?
I'm not going to sink.
He's
I'm not
just
going to
shooting
sink.
in the dark,
I'm
hoping
keeping
to
my
hit
head up.
something.
There's been talk. Maybe they've been listening. These spirit people coming in, listening about.
Eavesdropping
a
on
youngster's
you.
education. There's been great, they've been listening to conversations of a particular young person's education.
What? This
and
kid, this
you
guy may
having
have
to,
kids.
Is that the right word, Sam? You having to rearrange this education. Is that correct? Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
And I want to bless, and they're saying, well done. You've done very well there.
I hope so.
You have. They're also noticing, can I tell you?
What a crock
it's a
of
very
shit.
lovely home, but they're saying, have you got upset through the pipe work and the plumbing where the running water is concerned? Because they've noticed this.
Yes.
And it's been getting you rather irate, hasn't it? To say the least.
Yes, there's something I can't find the source of.
Okay. Well,
Derek just throws out broad generalities for someone of this dude's age. First, he speaks about his business affairs and of working hard, but he moves right along before dude could respond, and he mentions this uncle figure and something about a stroke or a heart attack. Apparently, this uncle is passing energy messages about his business. Still, broad generalities. And then he asks about Peter and if this dude knows someone named Peter. That's like asking if you know someone named Chris. Apparently, Peter has great news in 2 days. Wish we can find this guy and see if he got good news. Next, he brings up a woman that was overweight but isn't anymore, a motherly figure. Dude doesn't give Derek anything, so he moves on to stress and a youngster's education. Not surprising given this guy's age. He may have a child in university or high school. Meanwhile, the guy doesn't give any confirming details, just simple yes answers. Next, he tells about plumbing issues in an old home.
okay. Well, they're telling me here that they can.
All right, well, can they tell me? Because
Yeah,
I
like
need to
homes of
know.
spirits.
Okay. Can I say to you, please, to go to the source, it is most definitely lower level.
I know that.
You do know
Lower
it?
level from what?
So much
The roof?
so, they've just shown
Ceiling?
me a mental picture.
Second floor?
And in the lower level, it seems to be like a doorway or a framework, and it's very close to a framework.
That's the whole freaking house.
Right,
If you go there,
right,
get the plumbers,
right,
and you'll get the source.
right. Okay.
All
Go to the source. That's your brilliant advice. Well, duh. And Homeboy already knew that. He said it was by a doorway or a framework. What the f***? That could literally be anywhere in the house. So if he finds the source near a door, does that mean Derek was right? Or would all the pipes be near a freaking door? That ends the reading, and Homeboy said there was enough there to make some associations. Yeah, that's what psychics do. Derek may have sounded like he gave specifics, but it was fishing. He fished for the overweight lady and didn't get anything, and he moved on to something else. He threw so much out there that Homeboy just nodded along. He should have stopped and dug deeper into each thing Derek told him. I don't fault this guy, and he did all right, but this is what psychics do. Well, here's a nice surprise. We get a parapsychologist and historian. We're monitoring all these encounters.
She started swimming?
Oh, yes.
Oh my goodness.
There was no question that the lantern was definitely moving from side to side. One possible explanation is that the wooden beam that the lantern was suspended on was contracting due to the temperature cooling down, and this may have caused it to move from side to side. So that's something that we would need to rule out. I actually measured the temperature along the beam that it was suspended on. I found that there was indeed a temperature difference along it.
It's a really strong sign, isn't it?
Just moved out as well.
Oh, well, it has. It has.
I spoke to the landlord earlier, and he said that very often when he goes to bed at night, and kind of locks the place up. Everything's in order. He comes down in the morning
So he says.
and finds out that some of the books have been taken off the shelves and arranged in particular formations on the table. So it's interesting that this happened on that same shelf. So I don't have a definite explanation.
Well, 1 for 2 isn't bad, but the book being pulled out? Really? We need to check to make sure that shelf is level. As for the swinging lamp, I'm leaning towards a draft or air from a heater turning on. The historian kinda sorta confirms that maybe a person was in a shipwreck that could have been turned away at the pub, but with no historical record, we must take Derek's word, and we all know how good that is. We head to our next case at an alternative health shop. My God, it's like they're doing this to me on purpose, just to piss me off. What's next, an anti-vax meeting?
My name's Mandy.
Hi, Mandy.
My name is Carol.
Hi, Carol.
I do believe that our shop is haunted.
My name's Carol Rogers.
Hey, Carol.
My name's Jean. The shop
Jean.
has got spirits in.
The first thing I saw was a Roman soldier.
There was just blanks where his eyes were.
And he just drifted through the wall.
I just had the feeling that he had a terrible death.
The lady I was talking to saw it and was absolutely white as a sheet. So I think she did see a ghost.
Somewhere near the shop is a portal.
There is a ley line which passes directly through our shop.
It goes from one corner to right through to the back of the shop to the toilet. There's been a dark energy that is very negative around there.
And quite a few times I saw a shadow passing beside me.
We're sort of a bit frightened of it. I would like Derek to come to the shop.
Because it's a very old building, we're led to believe that it was once part of a medieval great hall, and I think in a building of that age there must be many, many stories that would be really interesting to find out more about.
Roman soldiers, a terrible death, ley lines. Well, they did it. They managed to piss me off even more. I mean this with the deepest sincerity, but ley lines are not a thing. Whew. Okay, I'm settled now. Once again, Derek has all the information he needs to fake his way through another reading.
Sam's saying about out in the back, going in the back, the activity of spiritual. There's a vortex.
How do you
There's
know
a
that?
vortex. That means an entry for the spirit people to come in, and they love it. They love it. The vortex is not here. It's back there.
Yeah. Can we move there?
Yeah, I would love to. Wait, yeah.
Yes, that is the
This is it. Now this is the energy room coming in and going out. The vortex is so strong here. Well,
Quick, call John Tenney. Derek found the vortex, and it was right where those ladies told him it would be. What are the odds of that? Derek said he feels the presence of a spirit man that would cause the shadows they've been seeing. Then Derek mentions the smell of ale in the air and asks if this was a pub, and the ladies mention it was part of a medieval great hall. Bingo, a hit. Derek then picks up the spirit of a woman that was disemboweled, and this he takes for witches?
Apparently there were several witches who were publicly...
Four.
Four?
Yes.
Were there four, Jean?
Yes, there was.
And they were killed in some kind of horrid sediment.
Yes. Tell Derek the information he needs so he can do his reading.
They slit her and bled her to death, and then did despicable things afterwards to her physical body. And she's coming through wanting justice. Now, because those despicable souls, they got the physical justice, the just rewards from here, but she's not been aware of this. And she's not been able to, get justice over there because they're not in the same realm.
Yeah.
They would go straight to the lowest realm, and until they, let's say they are sorry of their deeds, they cannot progress.
Wait, realms? What the fuck is this guy talking about? Is he having a stroke? And lo and behold, Angus knew about the witches, which means Derek did too. Since we don't have a historical record, we must take Derek's word, and we all know what that's worth. And that ends the investigation. But wait, there's more.
Got it?
What the hell's going on?
Come forward. Come forward.
Someone just tried to kill Derek?
Roger. What happened?
That's what I'm asking. What happened? I have no idea what's going on. Derek recovers from whatever the hell that was, and they leave an area of some place and meet up with Angus, who is doing something. Hey yo, parapsychologist dude, can you explain what's going on, please?
He was apparently reenacting the last moments of this person who'd suffocated in the silo. It's possible that he became quite absorbed in this kind of idea that someone suffocated, and his brain kind of came up with this other character, or maybe it's another part of Derek's personality that came through.
So what you're saying is that it's all in Derek's head. Based on the evidence presented, I would have to agree. Now, I think the video I got was missing about 10 minutes because we just kind of jumped into the middle of that last investigation. The runtime on Amazon was listed as 34 minutes, while the other episodes are 44 minutes long. It doesn't matter because it's the same as the others. Derek making up and these global people believing him. I'm convinced Derek loves the sound of his own voice because he just keeps rambling on, trying to throw as much to the wall and seeing what sticks. Never mind the fact that these people give Derek all the information he needs to do his readings. It feels like everyone around me is taking crazy pills with this guy. Alright, I hope my UK friends enjoyed this episode. And if I had to describe Derek in 2 words, they would be Creed Kafer. Thank you for listening to Paranormal Skeptic Academy. If you like what I do, please leave me a review on iTunes and Stitcher. If you want to support the show financially and receive extra content on a monthly basis, you can sign up to be a member starting at $1 a month at patreon.com/PSA or at paranormalskepticacademy.com/membership. Like the Facebook page at facebook.com/paranormalskepticacademy. Follow me on Twitter at cweb619 and subscribe to the YouTube channel at youtube.com/pskepticacademy for full video versions of each episode and YouTube-only bonus videos. Also, you can download each member-only bonus episode for $1.50 at paranormalskepticacademy.com under downloads. Thank you for listening to Paranormal Skeptic Academy, schooling your favorite paranormal investigators.